Up next, women on TikTok admit that men are avoiding single moms because they come with too much baggage.
I keep seeing this discourse on TikTok about single moms and dating single moms and who doesn't want to date single moms and, oh, you're not worthy and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. As a former single mom of 2 kids with 2 baby daddies, I have the room to say what I'm about to say. Every time you have another kid by another man or multiple kids by multiple men, your dating pool of men that will take you serious and want to date you to marry you and see you as a wifey prospect and see you as somebody they want to build their life with and take serious gets smaller. And that's just bottom line, period, end of story, end of discussion, no argument. And that's a hard truth to swallow as a woman, that, hey, I made this decision thinking I trusted this person and wanted to have a family with this person and it didn't work out. And now because of that, there's like a whole group of men that don't even like see me as a dating. Yes. And that's just it.
Women are under the delusion that they think that they can have it all. They think that they can make choices, poor choices, have poor outcomes, and there's just nothing to come of that. Like there's going to be something or someone out there that's for them in some Disney fantasy fairy tale that's going to come save her, even though she's inundated with a bunch of different men's kids.
And as a former single mom, I had to come to terms with that, and that hurt. It hurt me that, hey, like it's not my fault I'm a single mom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I guarantee you the nigga that she got, she settling for, because the one that she want ain't going for that shit. This is just a fact. And I'm not trying to demean that man who she's with, but that's a fact.
People need to understand that single moms also come with a lot of fucking baggage. It's not even just about, hey, you had a kid with another man, you already started a family, or you're used goods. It has nothing, like there's so much more to why people don't want to date single moms. The fucking baggage, the mental baggage, the emotional, physical, financial, like there's so much fucking baggage. A lot of single moms come from abusive, fucked up, mentally, emotionally draining, traumatic relationships and aren't healed. And that in itself is baggage. Being abused is baggage. Trauma is baggage. All that stuff, trust issues, being cheated on, it's baggage. It's baggage. And a lot of us don't take the time to heal. A lot of us leave our abusers, our liars, our cheaters, our narcissists, and then we jump right back into the dating game. No therapy, no healing, no taking the time for ourselves to find ourselves, to get over what the fuck we went through.
How about accountability? How about taking some goddamn accountability? Maybe they weren't the narcissist, maybe you are, but I'll let her go.
And then we take all that baggage and try to find a man to save us, and that's just not it. You shouldn't be looking at dating as a single mom as like a savior, or hey, this person's gonna bail me out or help me with these kids and we're gonna be you should be dating for love. You should be dating to meet your partner.
How though? How can a woman date for love or date to meet her partner while simultaneously struggling and in survival mode? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing else for you to see except for your struggle when you're struggling. That's it.
As a single mom, obviously that's just something that you would understand, like, hey, if a man comes in my life, he's obviously going to step into a certain role, but you shouldn't be dating a man looking for a fucking bailout, a fucking savior. And that's how men see it. Like, especially when you have a lot of baggage and you're not healed, they always think, like, what are you dating for? Like, men can see when you're not healed. Men can see when you're vulnerable and traumatized. They see that. They know that. And they feed off of it. And they're like, well, I'm not going to take her serious because she's obviously still mentally fucked up from the last shit. And so she's definitely not looking for actually love. She's looking for somebody to fill the void, somebody to band-aid the hurt and fix the pain. She's not ready to actually open up and start a new connection with somebody. And that's what y'all don't understand. Men can see when a single mom is vulnerable. And then that's another thing. You guys open yourselves up to meet more abusers, predators, people who see you as a vulnerable single mom who needs help and they pop in as saviors. These are the people who abuse your kids, abuse you. Like, it's just a whole lot of baggage, and it's too much for some people. Like, hey, I just want to date. I don't want to think so deeply into things. I don't want to have to worry about this and worry about that and make a relationship with this kid and that kid and this dad and that dad. Like, that's a lot for people. Why can't you guys understand that? When I left my last and I was single, I wasn't looking for a man. I didn't think I needed a man. I think I needed fucking therapy and some fucking medication. I ended up, meeting my man, and we've been together for almost 2 years. Beautiful relationship. I have an amazing man, but I was not prepared for it, to be honest. I was not prepared because I wasn't looking for a daddy for my kids. I was sustaining myself, paying my own bills, taking care of my own kids by myself. I didn't need a man. But some of y'all go out there and are like, oh, why does a man want to date us? Before you say that, make sure that you have done everything to heal from your last situation. You can sustain yourself. Like, men are looking at that shit. But this is only if you're worried about dating. You know, some women are not worried about dating. Some women leave their baby daddies and become single moms and ain't worried about no man. Ain't worried about keeping no man. Ain't worried about love or commitment or none of that. And that's good for you. This is specifically a message for women who are very worried about dating another man or dating in general after having kids and leaving their last relationship with their children's father. When I got with my man, I used to tell him all the time, are you sure? Are you sure you want to date a single mom? I got 2 baby daddies, one weird one psychotic one. I'm good. Like, you know, I don't need your money. I pay my own bills, you know, whatever the case may be. I take care of my kids, all that. I got my own career. I got my own education. But are you sure? And for the first 6 months, I would always ask him, are you sure? Are you sure? We're 2 years in now. I'm pretty sure he's sure at this point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, even I, as a single mom, always have to think, like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Because even I, not being delusional, but being self-aware, understand that this is a lot. This is a lot for somebody. Like, this is a lot for me, and it's my situation, and I'm going through it. So imagine. Because you have to think about it, too. If all this stuff as a single mom disturbs your peace and the baby daddy drama, and all, if it disturbs your peace, why do you think somebody else would want to join you on their peace being disturbed? That's another perspective to look at it, too. Because if it's, like, destroying and tearing up your life and has you constantly stressed out, if somebody's dating you, they're also going through all that drama with you. So
I could definitely appreciate her perspective. She definitely seems like she's done some healing, and therefore through that she was able to attract a man while simultaneously being a single mom of 2 for 2. So I can see how she can do that, you know, plus she cute. These women are trying to, they're looking for help. And just as thirsty as women can see a man being for some pussy, a man can see a woman being equally as thirsty for some help. The desperation pours out of you like a stench.
Let's talk about something. If you as a man don't have kids, what is the reason to date a single mom? What is the logical reasoning? What is the thought process? What is the reason that you would risk so much to date a single mom?
I'll tell you why. Because the type of dude that'll date a single mom is the dude that can't get the women that he wants. They'll take anything to have some in-house pussy because they know that she may still look pretty damn good, but nobody's gonna take her seriously because of them damn kids. So he's willing to make the trade-off with that. That's why. And it's usually the dude that most women don't want, but is a good dude. You know, he usually is probably a good dude that has a good job.
The number one advice that I hear women telling other women is not to date broke men, right? But the equivalent of a woman dating a broke man is dating a single mom, but in my opinion, it's worse because dating a single mom, it comes with more to lose. You could date a man that has great potential. He has a great head on his shoulder. He has great values. He has great morals and he has goals and he's ambitious, but he's just in the process where he's working to build that for himself. Everyone starts off somewhere, but women will still refuse to date broke men, right? As they say, because they want the success of it at the end, because they want to be there in the good times, not the hard times with that man. Line. So I don't understand why a man would purposely put himself in a hard time by dating a single mom. You have so much more to lose. It's funny because women will sit up here and say that men who don't have money shouldn't be dating. They shouldn't even be looking for girlfriends because if they don't have money to date, then they don't deserve love, essentially, right? That's what women say on these apps. I hear it all the time. That if you're a broke man, you shouldn't even be dating. You don't deserve a girlfriend, essentially. But I never hear women tell other women that if you're a single mom, you shouldn't be dating. No, it's the opposite. Women think that single moms deserve the world, and women think that single moms deserve rich men and all of these things. And it's like, so you're sitting here saying that men that are broke don't deserve love, but single moms deserve the world, even though most single moms made bad choices, and that's why they are single moms. Most single moms don't have good heads on their shoulders, and that's why they're single moms. If women want to advocate for other women and say that women should respect themselves by not dating men that don't have money, okay, well, men should respect themselves by not dating single moms, because that is far more baggage and far worse than dating a guy that doesn't necessarily have the funds right now. If a man dates a single mom, he is taking on a role of a father. And in some countries, if a man moves in with the woman, she has kids, he can be held liable to pay child support for kids that are not even his.
States.
So men have so much more to lose when they're dating single moms. As women, we expect men to just give us everything and save some women from the horrible decisions that they've made.
Thanks.
And that's just not how life works. Society advocates that single moms have more value than a man that is just working towards his goal, essentially. Mm-hmm. If you're a man and you're dating a single mom because that's all you feel like you can get, then you know what? You need to work harder at becoming a better you, because at the end of the day, if you're dating a single mom, you are risking more long term. And if she feels like you're beneath her, if you feel like that's the reason that you guys are dating because you feel like you can't get better, then guess what? You're just going to be her simp. You're not going to be happy either way. You're going to live a miserable life. So as a man, do better. If you're a man and you don't have kids yourself, why would you date a single mom? It makes zero sense.
I respect her perspective. What I will say to that is that men are already responding in kind. There is, in red pill spaces, single moms are, what's the term? Recreational use only. Meaning that they're only there for one reason. So I can understand her advocacy, but most of these guys are already on the page where they're not picking and choosing single moms. No one's coming to save them. For the most part, you still gonna have some simps out there that's gonna do their thing, but outside of that, nah.
I think now I understand more why men don't want to date women with kids. Now, everybody know all up and through my page, I'm a girl's girl to my core, but I got to keep it real when I see it. The children are not the problem. I really do believe that a woman with children, even multiple children, 4 or 5 kids, I don't think that's the problem. Okay. I think the problem when it comes to why a man don't want to date a woman with kids is because her child's father still has access to her. Under no circumstances should your child's father be able to be contacting you and have access to you at all times. If it's strictly about the kids and the relationship is over, there's no reason why he should have access to you all times of the night, all times of the day. It should simply be strictly about the kids. You can co-parent and be about the kids, and your child's father does not have easy access to you. Yeah,
sure. That sounds cute. But no matter what, if I as a man start dating a single mom and take her on as my woman, I'm sharing her with her baby daddy, no matter how you want to spin it, because they have a child together.
Your child's father should not be able to come to your house uninvited. Your child's father should not have free reign to do what it is that he want to do when he want to do it.
Sure.
Women lack boundaries when it comes to their child's father. If I was a guy, I wouldn't particularly want to deal with that either, because the situation is already sticky as is.
Oh, yeah.
You already have a child with them. You're already bonded with that person.
Yeah.
So now this person can call you anytime they want. This person can get access to you anytime they want. You do have to be mature about the situation and understand that contact is going to be had because you have children. But I think a lot of times in this situation, this pertains to a lot of men that don't do shit for their kids. Because a man that don't do nothing for his kids, but he still has access to you, what's really going on here? I don't fault men for not wanting to date women with kids. And some men have never experienced that, but they know how the game go. So they probably feel like, well, if he still has access to her, then she might still want to be with him. I don't think any male or female would want to be involved in that.
She really be trying to give women more credit than women deserve. And I think if somebody really sat down that knew and had a conversation with her, we'll highlight the point that women are emotional. And so a lot of what they do is in an emotional sense. So let's say that they did have all those damn boundaries where they limited contact or whatever the case may be. And on Mad Day, she need a shoulder to cry on, so she go to somewhere familiar and wind up, oops, and this could never happen again type shit, with something that she already has a bond with. That can also potentially happen. Any man knowing anything knows that also is a potential. But even still, ain't nobody trying to play somebody else's save game. Like, you nuts.
The dumbest thing a man can do is date a single mom, and I'm saying this as a single mom myself. The only exception to the rule is if the man has kids himself and he's a single dad. That's the only rule that is the exception.
I wouldn't date a single mom, even if I was a single dad. I ain't never date no single mom for real. I'm trying to start a whole new squad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add some more to my roster because I'm definitely not taking care of nobody else's kids. That's just facts. But go ahead.
And I say this because, one, it's fucking stupid as a man to take on somebody else's kids when you don't have kids of your own.
It's fucking stupid to take care of somebody's kids, period. But
do I think it makes women less valuable? No, I think that's
Absolutely.
a stupid rhetoric. But the idea that you're going to get emotionally attached to someone else's kids, and then if you break up, never fucking see them again, y'all are stupid. But not only that, it's like, as a single mom, I don't want to date somebody that doesn't have kids because he's not going to be in tune to automatically or naturally or organically be the dad.
Right.
But also, if I didn't have my daughter, I wouldn't be out here trying to date a man with kids. Like, I get the logic behind it because I'm not going to be emotionally invested in somebody else's kids. Now, in my opinion, if he has kids and I have kids, then we're both equally risking the same thing if it doesn't work out.
Like the goddamn Brady Bunch. She wants the Brady Bunch marriage relationship. That's what she's looking for.
If that makes sense. Like, me as a single mom, I would never date someone with no kids. Like, so I don't know why women get so offended when men are like, oh, I don't date single moms. Like, I totally get it as a single mom myself.
She says date, right? But would you have sex with? That's the question that the men want to know. Would you have sex with a man with no kids?
There's too much risk and not enough reward. Okay, bye.
They love using this term date because women like to classify men that they, date as safe. And so that don't mean that they still ain't gonna sleep with somebody who don't have kids. That's not off the table. And so women think that they're slick with using this rhetoric to throw men off like all they're doing out here is dating. Nah, they fucking too.
Reason why men don't want to date single mother, because he comes second to your kid. If there's an argument in that house, you're going to tell that man straight, that's not your child and you can discipline him. If there's a trip going on and he got a trip to go on the school call and you don't find a babysitter, well, he can't go on his trip. Another reason why a man don't want to date a single mother, he get attached to those kids. You break up, you can tell your kid, don't talk to him. And secondly, a man just want to start his own family. He want to see his own seed. He want to start his own family. He don't want a ready-made family. He don't want to be with a woman that's already started a family. That's the reason why men don't want to date single mothers.
I'm not gonna lie, the best part of fatherhood is being able to look at your children and see yourself in them. Just different versions of yourself that just show up. It show you yourself. You be like, damn, this is what it's like to have to deal with me. You know what I mean?
This comment right here.
And what about that comment?
I like her.
I really don't think that he's speaking for all men.
Of course, there are always exceptions, but they are most certainly speaking for the vast majority
yes.
of men.
Because I know that there will be somebody that steps up one day to be some sort of father figure for my child.
It's very possible. However, do bear in mind that women with children are not at the top of a man's dating priority list. They are, in fact, near the bottom.
It's also I'm very surprised that you felt comfortable actually typing this out and commenting on someone's video.
I'm actually surprised that one didn't already realize that most men actually felt that way.
Right.
Like, it's just the wildest thing.
No, it's not. It's actually almost common sense.
You don't know my circumstances with my child.
And don't
or
care.
his father.
Well, that's true. Not every single mother has 2 or 3 baby daddies, and some single mothers are the product of being widowed or are divorced. However, the fact remains the same that most men do not want to raise another man's child.
Facts.
Yeah, that's basically it. So, hopefully he's not speaking for all men out there, but this was just
He speaks for me.
disappointing to see.
The fact that she sees it this way is the same exact reason why she's a single mom. And she don't even know it. The entitlement and the lack of understanding of what men want is probably the exact reason why she's a single mom right now. And she don't even know it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, I'm telling you.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about, women commenting on my shit. Why don't most men date single moms? This is a disclaimer. I think there's a lot of great women out there that are single moms that do deserve a man. But let me get into it. Number one reason, which is obviously right off the bat, her children. She has to provide and take care of her children. So that's going to be her main focus. So she isn't really going to have the time to deal with a guy like that when she got job, children, food, cleaning, cooking to take care of. And for a relationship to work, there has to be time and emotion invested.
You're right there.
Number two, if they do get in a relationship or whatever and they break up, that man gets double the heartbreak of the woman and the children, because those ain't his kids and he ain't obligated to them. Number three, not all, but a lot of single moms come with a lot of emotional baggage that quite frankly most men shouldn't and won't deal with. And that's it, man.
Yeah, I mean, this just the way he framing it, but I'll tell you straight up, we don't want to deal with your baby daddy. We want our own kids. We want to look at the kids that's running around that we're paying for, that is sucking up all our air and fucking leaving the refrigerator open. We want to make sure that that's my DNA. I ain't suffering this shit for nothing. Number three, them ain't my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking care of nobody else's kids. Like you're nuts. You're not gonna prioritize your kids over me. And then when they do something fucked up in the house and I got something to say, you want to try and emasculate me in front of the kids. You're nuts. I'm gonna tell you how it is. You better pick better.
I always get a kick when the males use single mom as an insult, because what do you mean? You mean how I am supporting 2 kids, a dog, and myself on 1 income?
Well, that was the result of your choices.
In this economy? You mean how I still look like this after having 2 children?
You do look good.
You mean how I stay on top of everything? I work a full-time job. I have 2 side businesses. I maintain a home. I cook most of our meals. Our fridge is always stocked. Our bills are always paid.
I wonder what side businesses they are.
Yeah, me too. That's a good question.
I maintain my fitness and health. I get enough sleep. I have time for my friends. I have time to travel with my kids. And I have time to read.
I'm a single mom. Of course no man is ever going to want me because I have too much baggage.
Yeah, fellas. It's baggage galore.
I'm a single mom. Of course I'm the lowest fruit on the tree. I'm a single mom. Of course I need to be staying at home the nights that my children are with their father instead of going out socializing with friends.
That's right.
I'm a single mom. Of course I need to step up and finally be a parent for once. I'm a single mom. Of course I shouldn't have standards for me and my children because beggars can't be choosers. I'm a single mom. Of course I should have stayed with my children's father because settling for the bare minimum.
Well, she did choose him.
The line, there's going to be an expectation if you're in a relationship with a single mother. The single mother is going to expect the guy to provide, not just for you, but for the kid. And so that adds like sort of a double duty to provide for a child that's not yours. The issue with that, though, is there's all the responsibility, but none of the corresponding authority. So she might
I hear
expect
no
you to provide,
lies.
but she might not allow you as the guy to have any authority over the child. To me, if you're going to be responsible providing for a child and you're going to step in as a stepfather, you aren't given authority over the kid. Like most single moms are not going to like allow you to discipline their kid.
I'm gonna tell you like this though, there is a maternal instinct in mothers to try and protect their kids. So that's why when that is being said, it's true, but I'm just giving a caveat on the other end because that is what it is. And I'm gonna tell you how I know it's like that, because my child's mother instinctively would try and protect our children from me. And it's like, these are my kids, so what I'm doing, and that's not like I'm beating them or nothing like that, I'm just probably like exercising with them to extremes, but what I'm doing is automatically gonna be in their benefit because they're just as much as my children as they're yours. And she had to resign herself to that, and that was the only thing that really got her on board to resign herself to be like, okay, let me just step back. So imagine some other man that don't even share the DNA coming into play, and then that maternal instinct kicking in. That's what it is.
Being a single mom is not the flex that you think it is. Yeah, we're strong. Yeah, we hold it down, and yeah, we do what we gotta do because we fucking have to. Because you know what? If we don't do what we gotta do, we get our kids taken away. When I start seeing people like in my single mom era or something that has to do with being a single mom and it being like a flex, it's not the flex you think it is. This shit is so fucking ghetto.
Say it again.
It's real pain to the chest, not just because of you and your situation, but because of your kids. Because you know that this is going to affect your kids.
Everything was great. He was super cute. We were vibing. He got my number. And then we continued to talk afterwards. Now, the problem with this is I only have certain days that I can see someone.
Yeah, their schedule's taken up by the kids.
There might even be a week or two that goes by where I just cannot see you. And in the early stages of dating, that is very hard and detrimental.
Stay strong out there, brothers.
Yeah, these women are nuts. They're delusional. Seriously, you sit here, you get with this guy that you selected, carry his child to term, end the relationship, and then expect to just bounce back with somebody new. I don't understand.
Well, it takes a real man to date a single mom. No, it doesn't, right? It does not. Because, as I teach you guys, single mothers are low-hanging fruit, okay? Single mothers are some of the easiest women out there to date on the...
Yep.
Ouch, Matt, that hurt my feelings. If you're a single mom and you watch this thing, it's horrible. But that's what happened to me when I was YouTubing, like Googling, but on YouTube, single mom and dating, because I was sort of getting ready to date. And this was years ago, right, in the beginning. So I just wanted to see, like, if I could find a channel, like, on tips on dating when you're a single mom, how it is and all that stuff. But I encountered so many men with these blue pill or red pill channels, I don't know. And basically they're all telling them not to date single moms and blah, blah. And I totally respect that. Everyone should date, like, the type of person they want. But the curious thing about it is that these dating sites, they don't actually help people better themselves. Because I, for one, think that when you're dating, like, you're putting yourself out there. Like, why are you deserving, like, to be in a relationship? Like, for me, I only dated one guy after I left my ex, and it was like the best experience ever because I'm very picky. And after a horrible experience, my past relationship was in domestic violence one, a very abusive one. And after that, well, I was very picky of who I chose to, like, hang out with. It was the best experience ever. But then when, you know, I started to realize, what if this would go forward? Like, I'm not ready. Like, I started working on improving my credit score, getting a better job, focusing on my kids, just getting a better lifestyle. Because I knew, like, if that feeling I had was mutual, it would have been very complicated. Because I still have this crazy ex. Yeah, I know. I'm a walking red flag, that would make this guy's life impossible. And I love him so much. To this day, we're really, really great friends. And, like, I would want to, like, bring the best out of my partner and also offer the best of me. And although right now I consider myself, like, a great, amazing person, I know I can offer so many more. And I still am. After that, I haven't dated anymore because I really love working on myself. And I think that's what pages, like, for dating pages, should inspire, for you to be a better person and to spread love. Like, I don't know, maybe he didn't have, like, his mom didn't love him enough, and that's why all his hate on his channel. But just spread love, people. Come on, spread love.
You are a single mom. You got into another relationship that you self-described as a good one. Ended that relationship for your own selfish reasons. And the guy that says that single moms are low-hanging fruit is crazy. But I guarantee you, even though she's not dating, she's still...
Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now.
If you made it this far, check out the video we did discussing how angry, raging liberals are upset that Democrats caved and reopened the government. And now they want them all out.